Welcome to Wednesday Night Football. I'm Griffin,
I'm Azan.
and this is going to be our first episode of our podcast that we're going to post here on YouTube on my channel. And we're hoping to do this every single week. You don't get to watch football on Wednesday nights, so here's your dose of football. WNF.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, we're just going to jump right in.
Right into the weekly recap.
And we'll talk about the opener that happened a little under a week ago.
Bills Rams. You can definitely tell the Rams were missing Whitworth and Austin Corbett. The Bills were sending four-man rushes after the whole game. Matthew Stafford had no time. It felt to me, maybe I'm just being biased and kind of hoping a little bit. I wish the best health to Matt Stafford, but the elbow looked kind of a little bit funky to me.
It definitely could have been a thing.
Cooper Kupp is still amazing. He's him.
Yeah.
He is really him.
And big letdown was Allen Robinson.
Big letdown.
I needed Allen Robinson for fantasy.
Yeah.
And I got nothing.
He's good, man. He was open a couple times. Not as much as people were making it.
It's really feeling like another Chicago season now.
It's not going to be.
Like, is it him?
I think it's just...
It could be him.
I think it's just that Cooper Kupp's a security blanket that Matthew Stafford feels really comfortable
in a game like that, I guess, too, where they're
Yeah.
struggling.
But he was someone to the other...
And Akers, too. I didn't draft him much, but Akers was brutal for everyone.
I heard...
And brutal for the Rams.
I heard and saw that he wasn't too good in pass protection, and then McVay doesn't like that too much. So he was like...
I saw them saying something about they want him to use more effort and take advantage of his reps more, but it's like, you got 2 carries the whole game?
That should not have happened. Darrell Henderson's good.
How are you supposed to take advantage of 2 carries when the D-line's on you in the backfield?
Barry Sanders.
Not everybody's Barry, though.
True.
Not everybody's Barry.
Josh Allen, my pick for MVP. Balled out. His 2 picks, I'm taking a pick away from him because that first
Dude,
pick,
I'm taking them both away from him.
I'd have to watch it back.
It was McKenzie.
It was McKenzie on the first one, on the tip. And the second one was Crowder.
Oh, it was Crowder who tried to catch it like this.
But it was
if he goes like this, it's at least incomplete.
Alright, fuck it. I mean, it's my MVP, but you can call it.
Without a doubt.
No picks. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Stephon Diggs, stud.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey didn't look awful. I'm not going to make too much of it, though.
The pass rush was not getting there. Donald didn't get there at all.
He didn't get there at all.
So he had all day to find Stephon.
Yeah,
so it was like,
he looked
how are you going to
so
stop that?
Him and Diggs are low-key getting like a Rodgers, Devontae Adams type of connection.
For
slowly,
sure.
Where they're kind of getting a little back.
They're already there.
They see the coverage.
They're already there.
Gabe Davis, I think, is one of them ones also.
I wasn't buying into all this hype at the beginning.
The Bills hype or just
the Gabe Davis hype? I like the Bills are my pick to win it all.
Okay.
But I wasn't buying into the Gabe Davis hype.
He's really good. I know he only got 5 targets, which is like a decent amount, but I think he caught like 50-yard pass, something like that. So I'm not gonna like act like he played great or something, but from the opportunities he got, he was really good to me.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Devin Singletary also was pretty good. I don't like him that much, but
well, yeah. Do we still have both of them winning their divisions? Do you seriously think the Niners are going to win their division?
I think we have the best roster in the NFC. This is our.
What seed do you think they get in the NFC playoffs?
3 or 4.
3 or 4. So
I mean,
they're coming in at the end of the division, or the end of the divisional winners.
But not by that much.
Not by that much.
Not by that much. What the fuck is that?
It's still on. Okay, it's still on. Okay. We're good.
Okay.
We'll cut that.
For sure.
So what place do you have the Niners coming in the NFC?
Do I have to like you want me to give like a record or do you want me to just pick the seed?
Both.
10-7 or 11.
You think 10-7 wins the division?
11-6.
Saying, dude, that's why it's the Rams division.
But I don't know, man.
They played the Bills, dude.
But they got fucked.
But they played the Bills. The Bills are good.
You're probably right. I don't even hate the Rams or anything. I just think our roster's really good. I'm a Trey Lance.
And I think it is too. But
yeah. No, I get it.
And this is what I was looking at. I was like, how would I change my division winners after 1 week? And I think the only change I had was I went from Cowboys to Eagles. And I think the only reason it happened was because Dak is down.
I said Eagles. I think the Eagles.
I might have said Eagles at the beginning. I don't remember.
The Eagles remind me of the Niners.
Because we're Hurts guys.
We're Hurts guys.
Sadly.
The Niners and the Eagles probably both have like amazing rosters. Just that the quarterbacks are both.
Just we don't know if they can do it.
If they can just do exactly what Hurts did on Sunday, consistently, just making plays with the legs, not turning the ball over. Your completion percentage does not even have to be that high.
Yeah.
You don't have to be too.
And the thing about Lance is you can't even judge his first game because of the
judge
conditions
it.
and
You can't
stuff.
judge it.
Yeah, we can talk about the Niners then. We'll move down to the NFC West.
Yeah.
We started with the Rams. Let's go to the Niners.
Bears. Obviously, they played in a really rainy game. A lot's being made about how Fields outplayed Lance and how Lance didn't look good. To be honest, you can say Fields is better than Lance. I don't think that should be based off of Sunday though.
Yeah, I think he's better still right now, but I'm not basing it off that. I'm basing it off the fact that he's already playing and what he did in college.
Yeah, exactly. No, and that's
because that's just all we've got.
Yeah. Now, I personally take Lance just because, I don't know, I was my favorite quarterback.
The potential there, for sure.
But yeah,
I mean, he was taken above him.
He was taken above him.
So
and Kyle Shanahan saw something. But
yeah, and Shanahan knows what he's doing.
The Niners choked another 10-point lead. Shout out Kyle Shanahan.
They had a lot of penalties, huh?
A lot of. That's the only reason we lost the game. We had.
That's what I heard.
It was penalties in crucial spots. Also, third downs, we're getting face masks. We stopped them short on second down, and instead of second long, it goes to a first down, a 15-yard advance. And it's just it's really frustrating to watch. There was some broken coverages.
I saw a lot of the first half because I didn't have the Lions game. I didn't have my Sunday ticket.
Yeah.
So I watched the whole first half of the Niners game before I switched over to Red Zone at halftime.
Yeah.
And my buddies were watching too, and they're getting upset when Debo fumbles. I'm like, you guys are fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
And then the Bears put up 19 points in the second half.
Yeah, and it's just
so I was like, wow.
Yeah, and people can and after it got to 9 minutes in the fourth quarter, I want to say the rain just started coming down like crazy. So at that point,
it wasn't really raining in the first half, was it? It was just
soaking. It was just really the field was really wet. Trey Lance threw a couple of really good balls down the field. He looks to me he made some the type of throws that are the reason he was the number 3 pick. In my he threw a throw in triple coverage, but not triple coverage, but 3 guys around him, throws on the spot, and making plays with his legs. One thing I didn't like is that the play calling was kind of which I get, it was just trying to run the ball and throw screens and short passes, whatever it's called, to Debo or Elijah Mitchell, and until he got hurt. Mm-hmm. And what happened is that if we messed up blocking on first and second down, we just asked Trey to make plays on third down. And he did for the most part in the first half, but the problem is just he's in his third game. Everyone's talking about it. You don't want to really put that kind of stress on him. But
yeah, I get that for sure.
Next week he'll ball though.
Well, who's finishing next in that division now? After week 1, is there a way the Seahawks can beat out the Cardinals or no shot?
No way.
I don't think so either.
I'll give it to the Cardinals.
So the Cardinals, who got slaughtered by the Chiefs.
But it's kind of what I expected. Not maybe to that extent, but outside of quarterback, and he's inconsistent, they don't have a good position group on that team. They really don't. Straight up. Buda Baker.
Not even a wide receiver?
Both are hurt right now. Well, Rondale Moore's hurt.
I guess Moore
they do
was
have
out.
a good wide receiver room.
Well,
yes.
I know Hopkins wasn't out. I wasn't thinking about the fact that they don't have Moore.
Yeah.
But, so then I guess, they really only have
outside
Marquise
of that,
Brown.
Yeah, and James Conner, who's solid, isn't
He's an inside the 10 runner.
Yeah.
Not even red zone running back.
Exactly.
Inside the 10.
And Zach Ertz is decent, but
Ertz is good. But
he had 2 catches for 15 and a touchdown.
Yeah, there's only so much an aging Ertz is good.
Yeah, exactly. He's not moving the needle at all.
But
and also, their coach is not good.
Basically, what we saw is that Mahomes and the Chiefs, even without Tyreek, are still
very,
that.
very good. Andy Reid, Mahomes, that's all you need. And
it's going to be like this for a while.
Yeah.
And seeing the way the rest of that division played, I'm still confident in the Chiefs to run away with it.
To run away with it's crazy.
I think they beat the Chargers by 2 or 3 games.
I don't think anyone in that division is going to win by any big amount of games just because everyone in that division is really good and they play each other.
Yeah,
that's the only reason. I like the Chargers though.
The last NFC West game is the Seahawks against the Broncos.
And this game is less about Seattle. Seattle was really good. We're gonna give them their credit. They good.
Geno did great.
Geno was amazing. West Virginia type shit he was on.
It was entertaining.
Their defense is surprisingly on both sides of the ball, or no, sorry, not their defense. Their lines on both sides of the ball were winning the matchup for most of the game.
It was just like even I don't know. I guess the score was pretty low.
Yeah,
but it was just shocking. It was just shocking.
I thought the Broncos were going to beat the shit out of them. I'm not going to lie.
It was my second most sure game besides the Ravens Jets.
Yeah, I agree. I thought they were going to beat them by like 3 scores. Russell Wilson was going to go crazy. He gets his revenge.
It's insane that happened.
Yeah, Russell Wilson did look shaky. Which, by the way, we're not going to take too much into that. New coaching, new quarterback. It takes a little bit.
Clearly, the coaching was not all there.
Oh yeah, Nathaniel Hackett.
Now I want to know how much Russ could have done, maybe to just call a timeout on your own or something. Like Peyton was sitting there yelling, "Call timeout." If Peyton could figure that out, come on, Russ.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe do it yourself, dude.
Yeah, it was just bad all around.
Just not how you want to finish a game when, especially. Well, I guess it wasn't divisional. But
it was like that same type of intensity, damn near. At least for Russell. Definitely for the Seahawks. They played their hearts out.
For sure. But
there was some bright spots, though, for the Broncos. Judy, it looks like he's turning out to be like
Javonte had a lot of catches.
Javonte is special. He breaks so many tackles. That dude's a monster.
He doesn't stop running.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, they did make these mistakes, and it's on them, but I doubt they fumbled twice at the goal line.
Yeah,
twice with 2 different running backs.
Exactly.
They probably walk out of there with a win.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's whatever. I'm not going to read too much into it, but the Seahawks did look good, though. I hope we beat the shit out of them respectfully next week. But
well, then you got the AFC West. Then we talked about the Chiefs.
West,
we talked about
Broncos.
The Broncos.
Let's go to the Chargers.
Game is Chargers Raiders.
That's 2 of them. Derek Carr.
I have the Raiders coming in last in the division.
I have the Broncos. I think the Raiders are going to be second. I like Derek Carr, man.
So do you have them second to the Chargers?
Mm-hmm. It's not going to be that. It's like come on. The Raiders, okay, they have Derek Carr, who's a borderline top 10 quarterback. They have Devontae Adams. They have Hunter Renfrow. They have
who didn't get the ball.
He did not get the ball. That'll change. Darren Waller, Max Crosby, and Chandler Jones. Then Nate Haas back there at the secondary. They have a solid team. They have a good team. I think their roster's better, but but
they didn't even look good against the Chargers, I felt like.
But the Chargers are really fucking good. See, but one of the problems I suppose is that they have no line. And that's kind of brutal. Because Khalil Mack looked like 2016 Khalil Mack all over again.
They just messed him up.
Yeah. And they still only lost by 5 points, though. Which is, if you're shooting yourself in the foot that many times, and you lose on one possession.
Yeah, they can live off that.
Yeah, I don't think Derek Carr will throw 3 picks again. I think it was 3.
It was 3. He threw 3. Yeah, that makes
Chargers,
sense.
though. Herbert.
I mean, I got Chargers second in that division. Broncos third.
How much do you have them behind the Chiefs, though? Or no, fuck the wins. How much?
I got the Chiefs winning 14.
Okay.
I got the Chargers winning 11. Okay. And the Broncos winning 9 or 10. And then I got the Raiders winning 7 or 8.
The Chiefs can't win 14, bro. 14-3.
Bro.
14-3.
They're so good.
But they're not okay. Their roster isn't good enough to win 14 games. That's what we're talking about. 3 losses.
And neither's the Packers roster.
What you mean?
It shouldn't have been last year. Well, how many did they win?
No,
they had to buy.
No, because their defense is really good. The defense is really good. That team was really good. Aaron Rodgers won MVP.
That's my point. It's Rodgers. And now I'm saying for the Chiefs, it's just
Mahomes.
But
if he had a little bit more help around him, I'd be down for 14-3. I think at some point, especially playing the Chargers twice, and the Broncos and the Raiders, all good teams. Different levels of good, obviously.
I think they go.
Can you compensate?
They go 5-1 in the division.
You can comfortably say that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Division games? It gets tough in those division games.
Oh, I know.
It gets really tough.
That's why I don't have them going 6-0.
17.
No, the
6-0
division.
The division. I see. What division are we on now?
But we can move on. We were talking about the Bears-Niners, so we can talk about the NFC North.
NFC North.
And we can go to the Packers-Vikings game.
We'll go Packers-Vikings. Justin Jefferson is going to be the best wide receiver in football.
What did I... Dude, I didn't do it.
He might be one of the best receivers of all time.
I can't believe I didn't do it.
He wanted to draft Justin Jefferson number 1.
I was telling him to take
told me to
Jettis
do
number
it.
1 in one league, and he's like, "Nah, I can't." And then it was my turn. He's like, "Come on, do it." And I was like, "Nah, I can't." Not to say Taylor didn't do it. He did, and Taylor at running back doing that is probably still more valuable.
Probably, but it looks like it's about to be the
But
year
also
of
with
the
how
season.
high we were on Saquon, it
Yeah.
works out. It would have worked
True,
out. It would have worked
true.
out if we went
Yeah.
Jettis.
If you hit him in the second round or and third round running back,
Because that's where you go Jetta, Saquon. Because then you're picking one in like 20 something.
Jetta,
and you get
Saquon,
there.
and you can get Mark Andrews, Kyle Pitts, even.
Yeah, you get one of those tight
Yeah,
ends.
and who didn't do shit this weekend, but that's not
But those are good ones.
Yeah, those are really good tight ends.
But anyway, Packers look bad.
I did not expect the Packers to look that bad. I did expect the Vikings to beat them. That's my pick
In
for the
Minnesota.
NFC North. That's my pick
In
for the
Minnesota,
NFC. It is
too.
in
I mean,
Minnesota.
I still got the Packers probably ending up with the bye because they get to play the NFC North schedule. The only team other than them, I think, winning the NFC is the Bucs because they get to play the NFC South schedule.
But every division's not that good.
But the East doesn't even have a front runner,
They do have a front runner.
and the West has the Niners and Rams battling. The East,
True.
the Eagles will not win the NFC.
They won't, but they'll be up there, is what I'm saying. Like, they could win the NFC, is what I'm saying.
That makes me feel a lot better about what the Lions just did then.
They did. They went crazy.
Because I didn't love the fact that Red Zone didn't show much, and I didn't have my Sunday ticket working, so I couldn't watch the game. But I've been looking at a bunch of stuff, watching condensed game. I'm doing everything I can.
Yeah.
So I don't have any live reactions except for me yelling, "Let's go," and "Come on" in the first half when we'd score touchdowns and
Yeah.
Swift would break one off.
Swift is
And Jamal
really
would punch
good.
it in.
He's really good.
I mean, he's exactly what Deuce was hyping him up to be.
Yeah.
Deuce was trying to tell him he could be the best.
He could, and he looks like he is one of the best. Like, and he is. Like, he breaks so many tackles.
I mean,
breakaway speed.
and
He's
not to
insane.
mention our O-line was battered and still did a good job.
And that's not going to happen with you. That your own line's top 5.
It's so good.
Ragnow, Decker, Sewell,
And Hawkinson can block.
Hawkinson can block.
We have blocking backups.
Yeah.
We don't have catching backups. We
Exactly.
have blocking backups.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
He ended up putting up numbers because we were throwing a lot in the second half.
Yeah.
Shark did well.
Shark.
Reynolds had a
Beautiful
big
ball,
drop.
by the way. Beautiful ball on that last one.
Reynolds had a big drop.
What was
It
it?
was for a touchdown.
Are you serious?
And then we did the onside and our clock management in the first half. We ran a play before the 2-minute warning, called a timeout, trying to get the ball back. Just Dan was being way too aggressive. He was being very aggressive. And when you're playing a team like the Eagles, though, we don't want to give Jalen, the way we were playing defense, any more time with the ball.
Yeah.
Our offense getting the ball in extra time was not going to do that much.
Yeah. Agreed.
Their offense getting the ball in extra time was going to do a lot. I didn't have a problem with the onside kick. A lot of
I
Lions
didn't
Twitter
see
was
it.
very upset.
Really?
It was in the third quarter, and I don't mind it because it was like, what's the difference? They're going to go 80 yards or 40 yards or 99 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they were
Exactly.
scoring on us, right?
Did they score off that?
So everyone's like upset that we gave them an easy drive. I'm like, every drive for them was an easy drive.
Yeah.
Till the end
Yeah.
when they had to shoot clock, so we kind of crawled
And
back.
plus, when you're at just a talent disadvantage, you kind of have to do something to
Yeah.
get an advantage.
Which,
It's really ballsy, but that's what the Lions team's
I
about.
didn't mind
man.
it. I didn't
That's
mind
what
it.
it's about.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Okuda was great.
Okuda's good.
Rodriguez was great. Hutchinson did not put up numbers.
Did he
He
get to the
definitely
quarterback?
over pursued a lot, which let
Okay.
Hurts get away.
Yeah.
Our D line did not contain well. Our linebackers
I
didn't
saw
contain
that.
well. Hurts just ran wild.
Yeah.
Aruwari had a tough time with AJ Brown, but I don't even want to knock him for it.
AJ Brown, I wanted him over Debo in 2019. He's like really good. Like,
And
he's like top.
Like I can't even knock him on it.
he can be top 5 this year. Like, that guy is that good. He runs
Yeah.
routes. He's damn near unstoppable. I'm impressed how strong he is. Amazing after the catch. He's really good.
So for the Lions, they got to fix the run defense,
Mhm.
and they also Jared Goff just had a terrible first half.
Yeah.
That pick six was so costly,
And the good thing
and then
is
some drops in the second half, which were Amon-Ra dropped the ball for the first time.
Really.
For the first time,
Oh man.
he didn't
That's
drop them
tough.
last year.
That's tough.
He broke like a record, like 80 catches. Or
Really?
whatever it was.
Larry
No
Fitzgerald
drops.
territory.
But he dropped an out route, pretty rough. But we'll talk about it later. We're favored next week. I'm pretty excited about that.
Who do you guys play?
Washington,
Washington. Okay.
who just
Okay.
played Jacksonville
Jacksonville.
and looked bad.
Looked. Carson Wentz looked good,
He had 2 picks against Jacksonville.
but there was more good than bad. He made some really good throws, and it
And
is.
a lot of it is
Carson
because
Wentz,
he's playing behind against Jacksonville.
I thought they were up.
They were coming back. They was comeback.
Ah, shit.
T-Law was trying to drive a comeback and then threw that terrible
That was
pick.
horrible. By the way, also,
This isn't Clemson, bro. Your wide receiver's not that much better than the corner.
I was gonna say I didn't know college like that. I knew Trevor Lawrence was like supposed to be generational and stuff, and he still like could be. I'm not gonna. Everyone needs to calm down with the young quarterback slander, but he does even last season, and he was under Urban Meyer, so he gets to pass for that obviously, but. He makes generational plays, and then will randomly do something like Daniel Jones would do. And just like
it's crazy.
Like, why? It's just weird.
It's mind blowing.
He missed ETN twice on touchdowns, I think. James Robinson came off an Achilles and played really good. Shout out him.
He did good.
Christian Kirk looked very solid. My fantasy guy.
I picked him up a lot too.
Yeah, he's good.
It was more of like a spot that I was just like, I can't keep letting Kirk fall. So a lot of people are just letting him fall.
So wide receiver one, you got $20 million.
Exactly.
Might as well draft him. Yeah, he's gonna be nice.
So yeah, there's that game. The rest of the NFC East, the Giants pulled off a crazy
The
win.
Giants, my Daniel Jones agenda. It's here. It's here.
No,
Super solid game from Daniel Jones.
that doesn't mean it's
Super
here.
solid game.
Super solid.
I'm not
is
saying
not
he's
mean
gonna be
here.
I'm not saying
Especially when you got a key on Saquon like the other team had to. It was a
I'm not gonna say that I think he's gonna be a god. I just think he's a solid quarterback, man. So he played super solid. He had a pick that was horrible, and that's the fault on him.
That's what Danny Dimes does.
His fumble wasn't his fault. Other than that, I actually saw a stat that he had like the best
I saw that one.
the best accuracy out of anyone. But it's fuck Daniel Jones.
I mean, Dable went crazy though.
It's about
and
Dable and
Saquon went crazy.
Saquon. It's about Saquon.
Love to see it.
I still think, and I know I'm like, I've been saying this the last 2 years, so I can't, but I still think he's the most talented running back. That does not mean he's the best. I think that could be after the season, because he's
Him and McCaffrey and Kamara are all so good at catching.
Yeah, they do everything. They're the best.
They're able to bounce off guys, juke guys, and go run around.
Yeah. All decent in pass protection also, by the way.
Yeah. You don't know if it's going to be a runner or pass when those guys are in the game.
Yeah, exactly. And they can motion out wide, and they
do
fuck
well.
up a linebacker. They're really good. They're all special.
The only problem is running backs get injured.
That is the problem.
Running backs get injured, and that's why you don't take Saquon at 2.
Yeah.
That's why you don't take McCaffrey at 7.
Absolutely.
That's why you take Kamara at what? What did they get him at?
He was
second
round.
Third round?
Second round pick, I want to believe.
He was late. And that's what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly. Because even like
Swift might have been too high in the second round.
Yeah, like even McCaffrey, like he's really good, but the 7th pick in the draft, especially with that draft,
You could go back and be like,
they could have drafted like
there were probably other guys that would have given.
Because that 2017 class was really, really good. So
yeah. Definitely. But at the same time, it's like you see talent like that, and
you kind of have to grab it. Yeah. It's a tough situation. But just because Barkley was like being hyped up as like, and arguably like he might have been like the best prospect since Barry, like because he moves so elusive and he's so strong and all that. So
for sure.
Yeah.
So that's the NFC East finishes off with the Cowboys.
They did not look good when Dak was playing. Dak did not look good, and then he got injured. And I think
the Bucs are good. Their defense is still good.
Yeah,
the defense is still good, even when they lose Arians and Tom's gone.
Yeah.
Which I'm saying it, and I'm saying they lost, but they didn't lose really anybody but a little bit of O-line.
Yeah, and
Tom does such a good job normally getting rid of it quick that it shouldn't even be a problem.
I am concerned about the O-line. I was concerned. It looked like decent on Sunday.
And the Cowboys are good defense.
Yeah, Micah Parsons.
So maybe they're just scheming it good enough.
Yeah, Micah Parsons decoy, by the way.
I called that already.
You did?
Yeah, that was my guess.
Yeah, no, he's really, really good. That dude is insane.
Yeah. I had him as decoy.
But the Cowboys, their season, if I saw Jerry Jones, I think, said that Dak doesn't need surgery. He can be back in 4 weeks. It's a thumb injury. I don't know if we want to play with that. To be like on the throwing hand, there's just no way.
Stafford's still dealing with that problem on his offhand, I think.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo fucking had that.
Like all sorts of guys are, right? So it's
a big thing. But
it's really making me wonder what's going to happen. I mean, I already think the Eagles had a good shot.
Now
it's really looking
you get
like
a couple games. It's
because before, the one thing that was holding the Eagles back from the Cowboys, I think, was how much better Dak is than Jalen.
Yeah.
Which is quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not overpowering.
Yeah.
But both teams have great defenses, great run games, great weapons.
Yeah.
But Dak was just enough better than Jalen for
Yeah.
me to pick the Cowboys.
Yeah, and I think the Eagles, especially
Right now?
especially in O-line, 'cause I think Tyron Smith got hurt, and I think the Eagles already have the best O-line in the league. They're winning a little bit more in some position groups like secondary. They have Bradbury, Slay. They got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That team's good, man. I'm a fan.
No, they
I'm
are
a fan.
good. They are good. I was impressed with how the Lions did that.
Yeah,
Because the spread was like 4.5 in some places. When I looked right before the game, it was 6 on ESPN.
really.
And a lot of people, I think, were betting Lions, so they moved the spread down.
Mhm.
And the reason it was like that is because Hard Knocks and the hype.
Yeah,
But realistically, I think that game should have had a high spread, and we covered.
yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
impressed by us, but I was also impressed by them.
Agreed.
I think Devontae Smith needs to get involved,
Yes.
although their offense was great anyway.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, and that's
Mhm.
just complimentary.
Yeah.
And then on defense, I don't know. I'm assuming they're kind of playing prevent.
Yeah.
But you still got to do a little bit better.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Closing it
100%. But that draft pick they got, Jordan Davis, looks really, really good.
Mhm.
Especially next to Cox and Graham, who are still, they're older, but they're still really good.
Yeah.
I was super impressed with Hurts from what I saw, at least in the
Yeah, he's
the little bit I watched. He just he did exactly what I said earlier. He just made plays with his legs. He didn't put the ball in harm's way. He made really good throws though. The over the shoulder on the right sideline to AJ Brown,
Oh,
and AJ Brown's right. Actually got it for 10 yards. It was great.
dude, it
And the
was
run
it was
game.
hard to look at in the highlights.
Yeah, and I think they had 4 different guys running for a touchdown. I think it was Boston Scott,
Scott,
Sanders,
Hurts, Sanders,
Gainwell.
and the pick six
and the pick six. That was all their scores. And that's
That's
what
5.
that's what they're gonna
Plus
do
the
this
field
season.
goal.
Yeah, they're gonna play defense. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna be good at it.
I mean, that's what they realized last year when they made that run. They beat the
Yeah.
Lions 44-6 because they ran the ball a ton. They're like,
Yeah.
holy cow, we need to run the ball a ton.
Also, Miles Sanders.
And that's what cost them overall,
Yeah.
right? But with adding A.J. Brown and Hurts developing,
Mhm.
this team could be a real threat. And what is a weaker NFC than what we're used to?
very weak NFC.
Especially if the
Yeah.
Rams are looking this bad.
And every team that you can call good has question marks. I say the Niners are good, and I love Trey Lance, but Trey Lance is still a question mark. The Rams, we obviously saw their question marks on Thursday.
They're getting a little old. They
Yeah.
sold out, and
Yeah.
now they're paying the consequences a little bit.
Yeah. And then the Bucks.
I think they'll be fine, but yeah.
The Bucks, kind of same situation, but
See,
not as bad.
that's the thing. We've all just kind of forgotten about the Bucks. That's how I feel. Because that division they're running away with.
Yes, I agree.
The Panthers, Baker lost a tough one.
We're moving on to NFC South now.
Yeah,
I
Baker
thought-
lost a tough one.
I thought Baker was gonna win by a good amount. I really did. I bought into all the hype, the revenge
Especially
game.
against the Browns with Brissett.
That's what because Jacoby Brissett to me is I think everyone's definitely
But-
back at quarterback, but
The one thing we forget is the Browns made this move because they have a ready team.
yeah,
They have a ready team outside of Watson, outside of
Mhm.
quarterback,
Mhm.
and that's why they made the move.
Yeah,
Just like all these teams are doing now, the Broncos, what the Rams did, and it's the way to go.
yeah, it definitely is. They have their defense
Because of
is
how expensive
amazing.
quarterbacks get.
Yeah, the defense is amazing. They got Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, the D line, and
Oh,
general.
they're
This
great.
is a
They're great,
team.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
The Panthers.
I mean, I guess, yeah, their quarterback play is the reason they came
It
close.
is. But the Panthers, I mean, to be honest, I think people are picking this team to not make the playoff. Well, maybe some people, but to just be
They could, anybody
be-
in the NFC could
yeah,
snag that 7th
to
spot.
be decent from what we saw, and it's new. They had a damn near a quarterback competition between 3 guys. It's gonna take a little bit, but they did not look good to me. Their defense did not look as good as I thought. I'm a big J.C. Horn guy.
He got bad, right?
Yeah.
He did bad.
Yeah, but he's coming off an injury, so I'll give him a pass. But
I didn't know that.
yeah, but
Well, then you move down the rest of the NFC South. You got the Saints.
Saints and Falcons
And
played.
Falcons.
I'm not a big Saints guy at all.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of either of them. The Falcons are entering a rebuild.
Yeah, but people are saying the Saints are gonna for sure make a wild card, which is fine if they could.
I mean,
But-
Thomas looked good.
He looked really good.
Which was
I
awesome.
expected
to see.
that.
It was
I
awesome to
expected
see.
that.
A lot of
Yeah.
people love to make fun of him, call him Slant Boy.
He's really
He's really good.
He's like him. The guy who I don't think is him is Jameis. I'm not a big Jameis guy.
And
He
I
looked-
agree.
He definitely looked. He was awful in the first.
And they don't have Sean Payton to make
half.
up for it anymore.
That's the reason I don't like him. But he was really good at the end of the game. Made some big throws. The
Yeah.
reason I don't like him.
That's what he's best at, though, is airing it out at the end when he's got playing with house money.
Yeah.
When you're already down and you're trying to make something happen.
See, that's the thing. He needs to play more like that. It's obviously harder to consistently play like that. But to me, like last season when he played for those, I think it was 7 games. I want to say he kind of looked more game manager to me. I didn't make too many big time throws, and I was like, I don't really like that. But today on Sunday, actually, he showed me a lot, so I was surprised.
But neither of those teams making the playoffs. I think only NFC South. I mean, I guess any of those teams could go 8-9 and get the 7th spot.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the Bucs are just going to win that division, and that's why I think they might just win the conference. I mean, we just went over the whole conference, and I think that's the team you have to be the most confident in after week 1.
Yeah, I still have more I don't know. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, you're right. They've been.
You got to pick someone.
I can't say the Eagles or the Vikings.
I mean, if you had to throw your house on someone right now, you're throwing it on the Bucs. It's the safest one.
It is the safest one. That's why I'll give it to them, because the Eagles and Vikings haven't shown me anything in the past couple of years. The Bucs just went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They were made the playoffs last year.
I mean, there's a reason the NFC East has the 4 easiest strengths of schedule.
Yeah, no,
they're all just not that great.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And they play each other, and their record gets bumped. So the Eagles might get bumped up because of it. But, especially with the Cowboys, though, the Eagles could go 6-0 in the division, and that rarely happens. I know because of divisional games.
They could.
But they actually could just go 6-0.
No, they actually could. They could.
And then they get those 6. They have an easier schedule because of how it lined up last year. They get the Eagles, the Bears coming up. Because our divisions play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could end up winning 12 games.
They could.
And
they
if
could.
them and the Bucs both have 12 games,
yeah,
and they get it or something, you know?
I think.
But I think the Bucs get like 13.
We'll check back in a couple Wednesdays.
For sure.
I'll put my house on the. I'll pick the Niners, the Vikings, and the Eagles over the Bucs. Maybe.
But
Vikings.
Those are your 4 division winners.
Those are my 4 division winners.
Mine are Bucs, Rams, Packers, Eagles.
That's stressful.
So we got Bucs and Eagles.
Yeah.
And the West flip.
Yeah.
And you're just forced to pick the Bucs.
Yeah, pretty much. I do like them though. That Tom is pretty good. The O-line scared me, but
I mean, the fact that they came out that solid was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
They didn't score that much, but
it's just that their defense. I just forgot about how good that defense is.
It really is.
It's really good. Yeah.
But we've talked about a lot of the AFC, but we can keep talking about it. We'll start with the East, where Tom used to come from, the Patriots.
Yes, the Patriots.
They got Patricia Cullen plays, and let me tell you, that was
that was terrible.
I'm very happy.
I thought they covered.
I'm a very happy guy.
Yeah, I had they covered the spread. They got fucked by the spread. They got shit on.
The Dolphins got them.
Yeah, Tua looked decent. I know
the Dolphins didn't even look great.
Yeah, they didn't.
The Patriots looked bad.
Yeah. Tua made one really bad throw. I got memed on Twitter.
I think it's like week 7 or 8. Who you got, Dolphins or Lions? Dolphins. That's fair. Who do you think's going to be favored?
Dolphins. Yeah, Dolphins.
You had to think about it for a second, though. Which is the problem, as the Bills.
No.
The Bills might go 6-0 in the division.
Yeah, no, the Dolphins are like a decently better team than the Lions.
I think so.
Okay, they're solid. They're solid.
I just think it's funny because when you think about it, it's like, man, who would win that game?
It's because the Lions are so gritty. Do you think they wouldn't have you fucking? It's just so weird.
Anyways, though, so Bills are going to run away with it. We started off with them, too.
Yeah. The Jets.
That game happened.
Who gives a fuck? Zach Wilson.
Jets got killed by Lamar.
Zach
Wilson. They got Flacco.
Lamar, though, made some big throws. You should pay that man.
That was my MVP pick.
It was? I like it. I'm rocking with Josh. I'm also rocking with
I've never liked Marquise Brown that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I think having Bateman and Duvernay as the main wide receivers and not having one main receiver.
Yeah.
Having now, I feel like they're going to have multiple outside guys to go to instead of it being one outside guy, Andrews or Run.
Yeah, agreed.
And I feel like that kind of has been the reason he doesn't throw to the outside that well. Because also, Marquise Brown is not a physical outside guy.
That's the problem.
In a perfect world, I think Marquise Brown's a slot.
You know, they kind of reminded me of the receiving wise of the 2015 Panthers, where it was like a running team, a running quarterback. They had a good tight end, and then the receivers are just brutal, man. And that's what it was. I mean, Marquise Brown wasn't bad. He just wasn't like.
But I've also never been that big on him.
I think when you have a one receiver, it can't be a 5'10" speed.
Yeah, you got to be like a Hopkins.
Yeah,
exactly. The year before for the Cardinals.
Yeah, exactly.
He's their one receiver,
or
a route technician,
or like the archetype of a Bateman, where it's just kind of like he could be like
physical.
Yeah,
he can go up and win a bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
The year the Galladay with the Lions.
Yeah,
that actually worked as a wide receiver one.
No, he did.
And I was convinced he was a wide receiver one.
I wasn't.
And you told me, and.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't sign him.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, I didn't want to sign him for that anyway. But anyways, so that's how the AFC East shakes out, and then we're moving to the AFC North with Lamar and the Ravens.
Lamar, made some amazing, and he's always done his whole career, by the way, but people don't talk about it. He made some great throws.
Yeah.
The play to Duvernay, and he just
The ball to Bateman.
He just flicks it. It's like no effort. He has a cannon. And
He's
it's like
very talented.
he's so
and
good.
it's not thought about very
I don't know how they haven't paid him. I don't understand it. He's special. He's special.
I don't know if they're trying to not pay him max because they're trying to tell him, yo, dude, you run a lot, so your injury might be a problem, so let us cut it by a little bit.
I get.
Or are they telling him, be a team guy if you want to win some, cut it by a little bit. And that's why he's also not super offended. He doesn't seem super offended.
He doesn't seem super offended, but to me, from the like an outside perspective, it's wrong to me still. Like,
if he was in Detroit, he would have been paid 2 years ago.
Yeah, and like respect to Dak Prescott, but if he's getting that money, Lamar should definitely make that money. And then
Dak didn't win an MVP.
Did not win MVP. His team has
Lamar did.
Yeah, his team hasn't done shit in the playoffs. The Ravens really haven't, but they've been like a dominant
Well,
team.
and Lamar never had the help that Dak's been having.
Yeah, exactly.
And Dak's getting that money?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
There's a lot of guys getting that money that Lamar deserves. I think.
Definitely. Russell Wilson one of them.
Yeah.
So, like, Lamar's probably his best quarterback to be.
I mean, the one thing you would say about Russ is he's an older guy who's won before, so the Broncos kind of have to.
Sure. Yeah.
Either way, there's that game. Bengals, Steelers.
Joe Burrow.
I had the Ravens winning the division, and it's for this reason. The Bengals got hot. They played the Raiders. They didn't have to play the Bills and the Chiefs. They only had to play the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And they played the Titans.
Joe Burrow be tricking y'all, man.
They caught lightning in a bottle.
He's really good, but
he's great.
But he's not
top 8 quarterback still.
Y'all were tricked by that Joe Shiesty fucking Joe Burrow shit.
Jamar Chase looked good.
Yeah, no, Jamar
Chase is him.
Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow's also, he's easily a top 10 quarterback. He's still a really good quarterback. He's young also, but
and their defense isn't that elite.
It's not. Their O-line got better.
So, I think the Ravens are going to have this division.
Yeah. I think the Steelers are going to be second.
We talked about the Browns game.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals still get second.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. The Steelers, Mike Tomlin, well, actually TJ Watt's right now.
They barely won, and the Bengals turned it over to them 5 times.
But they did turn it over to them.
I know, but they're not going to turn it over 5 times again, and the Steelers aren't going to get 5 takeaways again, especially without TJ, who's done for the year.
He's not done for the year.
Dude, he's tore his pec.
6 weeks.
What?
6 weeks came out today?
He tore his pec.
He's in. No surgery.
Well, so he probably didn't tear his pec. It was more of a strain.
Yeah.
That's huge.
You're probably right.
But still.
You're probably right. I think the Steelers always...
In order to win around Trubisky, you got to have something special. And I don't think they got something special.
I think Kenny Pickett's going to play. And he's not special either, but he's like...
Well, that's fine, because he can actually develop into something. Trubisky's past that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Trubisky can't develop into anything.
Yeah, like Kenny Pickett can turn into, like Kirk Cousins, or like as a ball player, maybe not even that good, but like a decent top 15 quarterback in that realm. But their position groups are amazing on everywhere else.
I mean, heck, the Browns might come in last.
I think they will.
Because if Deshaun's out 11 weeks, they can win the last 6 weeks of the year, and I think that finishes them with 7 wins.
Yeah,
6 wins.
Exactly.
They're not going to win much with Brissett. If
really
they could beat the Panthers,
yeah, that was a brutal game. That was horrible.
Then they're going to have to play the Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals.
Yeah.
They haven't even gotten into that yet. That's going to be rough.
Yeah.
But speaking of rough, the AFC South.
Davis Mills is fucking nice.
Well, he was at the beginning.
Davis Mills is nice.
Then they got into that prevent thing that every team does and allows a comeback no matter what.
No one's going to talk about Davis Mills. I'm giving him his credit, bro.
No, he was good.
He's better than fucking Miles.
I was right that Burkhead was going to play more. I picked him up in every fantasy league.
I don't understand. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Because he's so much more trustworthy. And Pierce, I watched this guy on YouTube, Fantasy Flock, and he has these metrics. It talks about like BMI 40 and certain metrics.
Yeah.
And Pierce is just not athletically a superior runner. So while the situation and the volume suited him well, and I also avoided him because of his ADP compared to the Texans' touchdown upside. I know we're talking about Burkhead playing over him, but he's just not a crazy talented running back.
You know why Burkhead played over him? Racism. Damian Pierce is not
true.
He's so
That's not
nice.
true. That's not true.
Texans franchise is sus.
Isn't it?
Very suspect franchise.
Isn't it already though?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
No, but Damian Pierce, I think he'll end up getting more.
And he'll get a chance, just like Breece Hall get a chance over Michael Carter. And I knew Michael Carter was going to play more.
Didn't they call
I'm not drafting Breece Hall because I'm going to trade for him.
Respect. It's a good GM. Great GM right there.
Watch out, I trade for Breece Hall and I have him and Javonte Williams on my dynasty team.
The rebuild. It's happening.
I mean, unless I win again, because this Broncos team. But anyway.
Yeah. The Colts.
Colts.
I just don't know how.
I mean, the Colts. the Colts finished good until overtime. Like, the fourth
Yeah.
quarter is like, okay, the Colts just started off slow. They're going to figure
And
it out.
they cut Rodrigo. They cut him. Why?
As much as I love Hot Rod,
He's so cool.
he's sick. Well, he's not cool, but he's, like, cool.
He's cool. Wholesome dude running around there with his goggles,
But-
his Legos and shit.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. It was.
It wasn't like the Evan McPherson thing where the snaps were garbage
No.
and the holds were garbage.
Yeah.
Like, this was just on Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was weird week. For
Especially with the
Chiefs.
Colts, who's Pat McAfee, that special teams got it down.
Yeah,
Always.
100%. They
So-
got a rep.
They always got it down.
Yeah.
But anyway, is that it for the AFC South? The Titans
Ja-
lost to the Giants.
Jaguars were.
We're not surprised that the Titans don't look that good.
No, not at all. I think Malik
The
Willis
Jags
is
are
start
still
over
going to be a
again.
step behind.
Yeah, I liked what I saw from the Jags though.
And that's the thing, it's still the Colts division.
It is the Colts division. The devil.
I mean,
Yeah.
starting off with the Ties a lot better than starting off with the
Yeah,
Titans.
their defense is still very good. So
Weren't they in
Yeah.
Houston?
I think so.
So even more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if they would have just lost that game by 7, we would have been like, shoot, they lost a divisional game on the road.
Yeah.
But the fact that they tied in such ugly fashion,
Yeah.
we're like, dang, the Colts got to be better.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, so-
and like it's week 1, everyone's excited for football. People are gonna overreact, but it's week. I don't take too much from week 1, especially in some cases where guys don't play preseason and stuff and whatever. It's like,
And we've already covered all the AFC West, so that's all of
Yeah.
it for the AFC.
Yeah.
So who are your division winners in the AFC now after 1 week of football?
Chargers. We get a great game tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah,
Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs Chargers
No
gonna be great.
Keenan Allen.
That's gonna be me and you and I's argument.
yeah.
We're gonna see.
We'll come back
Where
to
is
that.
it? It's in
What is
LA
it?
though, right?
They don't got no home.
Or is it in Kansas City? It matters for
Let's find
travel
out.
regardless.
Let's
It
find
matters
out.
for
Let's find out.
travel
You're right.
regardless.
You're right. At the Chiefs.
Chiefs got that one.
Yeah, Chargers will go in there
Chiefs got
without Keenan Allen, and I'm gonna come back and be like, oh my god, way better than the Chiefs.
Chiefs got that one.
But
Because if the Chiefs lose, then they're gonna win the home game in LA. So
yeah, sure. No, you're right.
No,
Chargers, AFC North give me the Ravens, AFC East give me the Bills, AFC South give me the Colts. I feel like
So I agree with all that. I just got Chiefs.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm not gonna. Just like how I didn't ever go against Brady for years, I have a feeling I'm not gonna go against Pat for years. It's too hard for me to do.
That coin flip, man. Josh would have got this.
Oh, I agree.
He would have won that shit.
But it also wouldn't have been on Pat. Just like it wasn't on
yeah,
Josh.
okay, yes, you're right. You're right.
So
No, I get it.
then you're still not betting against Pat. You're just betting for Josh.
Pretty much. Yeah. Both amazing, also.
So that's what I got right now.
We got MVPs of the week.
Yeah, that's next.
We'll do one from each conference. You give 2, I'll give 2. Go ahead. Put you on
You
the
go
spot.
first. Yeah, I gotta think first.
I'm not going to steal your AFC quarterback. I think I know what it's going to be. I'll go with,
Yeah, go AFC first. Who's your AFC?
I'll go Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think what he
I
did
think he
against the
played
Rams
really
is
good
very fair.
against the Rams.
I'd almost pick for the AFC Von Miller.
Oh, yeah, he was crazy.
Because that what he does year in and year out is so
Yeah,
impressive.
Yeah. And for the NFC,
But in all seriousness, my AFC one is probably Mahomes because
It
the
is
Cardinals
Mahomes.
are not a joke.
there we go.
They're not supposed to be, and the Chiefs made them look like one. I think you're
Sure.
going to see they're not a joke, and the Chiefs just made them look like one.
No, you're right. You're probably right. But no, I think Mahomes had 300 yards, 5 touchdowns. Yeah, something crazy.
But we can move on to the NFC.
NFC,
I've got 2 in mind. I think you'll take one. I'll take the
you
other.
give 2 then.
I'm deciding between Jettis and Hurts.
It doesn't hurt.
Who was a
Maybe-
better quarterback in the NFC than Hurts?
Let's find out.
I don't think there was one.
That's a C.
Not in the NFC East. Not in the NFC North. Not Brady in the NFC South. He wasn't better than Hurts. He was good, though, of course.
Could you say Kirk Cousins?
No, because then I'm just saying Jettis.
Fair enough. That makes a lot of sense. Actually.
And that's why I'm deciding between those two. I think those two were impressive wins. Not necessarily the Eagles win that impressive. I was looking for an impressive win with who had a great
Okay.
performance.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why I'm taking Jettis.
Okay.
Because of what they did to the Pack.
Yeah.
And that's why I also don't need to give out a shout out to Jalen Hurts for being the best quarterback in the NFC this week.
Fair enough. I'll go Jettas, and then give me Saquon.
Saquon.
Give me
Okay,
Saquon.
Saquon.
And low
Because he beat the Titans, I forgot.
Yeah,
about
and
that.
low key, maybe not MVP because guys just have better numbers. And Mike Thomas Mike Thomas.
Thomas was like a comeback player of the year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Comeback player of the week.
Yeah. Well, 50 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I mean, if he keeps doing it, he can win another boy.
Low key.
Another offensive player of the year.
It's on my fantasy team.
Unless Saquon does it.
Could you imagine?
But I think, we should talk about some busts from the week.
Some LVPs.
Some bums.
LVPs.
We had some
Let's take a look here.
Some
LVP.
big winners and some big losers.
LVP.
Big losers.
He is going to be Joe Burrow.
And so that's
the AFC. Yeah.
Burrow.
Yeah,
I agree.
Burrow.
I think that's an easy one.
Yeah, decent. I know. No, seriously, I don't really hate Joe Burrow at all. I hope he does good. I
Man.
hope everyone. I don't really. I'll make jokes and stuff.
Mine in the AFC, I think, might have to be Russ. I don't think it's going to continue like that, but
Yeah. Really.
you got to win that game.
You have to.
You got to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially in the AFC West.
Yeah, and
Because then you're going to go play a divisional game, and that's not going to get
and his numbers look.
Carr also deserves a shout for least for the 3 picks.
Agreed. And Russ looked super his numbers look super decent. Like watching the game, even on the touchdown to Judy, the ball was severely underthrown. He was missing a couple throws, and the O-line wasn't doing too many favors, or the play calling for that matter. But I give it to Russ. That's a good one. Yeah. And for the NFC,
Rodgers. I know he doesn't have as much help anymore, but dude,
Rodgers.
that's not a good start to a sketchy season. I know he normally starts slow, and even then, if he normally starts slow, I can still call him low value, but that's rough, dude. That's a rough way to start. Because there seemed to be visible frustration on the sideline.
Yeah,
with the
there
young
was.
guys.
There was. Yeah, I can see.
And the running backs were doing well,
They were.
and they still only put up 7.
AJ Dillon, by the way, got more touches than Aaron Jones.
Huge for me.
Something to
Huge
watch.
for me in
Something to
fantasy.
watch. NFC least player or LVP.
I think you just ran over one and you're about to say it.
Can I give it to Dak even though he got hurt? And he wasn't looking too good.
I thought you were going to say Kyler.
Oh, no, yeah. No, actually, no. Definitely. Definitely.
The Cardinals'
100%.
performance.
Actually, no, fuck that. Give it to Cliff, bro. Cliff Kingsbury. My
Because the defense didn't look good either. Because Kyler could have gone off and they would have lost.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That team was bad all around.
I think those are the
two.
disappointments of the week.
Yeah.
Cardinals getting blown out. We expected them to lose, but getting blown out is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Packers can't lose that game to the Vikings.
Yeah.
Who else
Packers
can't
did-
lose in the NFC? Cowboys can't look that bad and lose Dak.
The Niners can't lose that game to the Bears.
Yeah.
They have
Forget
to
about that.
find a way to win.
It's just tough to call for a least valuable player.
Yeah, just because. Yeah.
And then in the AFC, the Broncos got to win that game.
Actually, no, fuck that. The
Bengals gotta win that
hold
game.
on. The LVP for the Niners game was Dre Greenlaw.
Was he bad?
100%. Horrible. Bad penalties, missing coverage assignments and stuff. I'll give it to
Oh, yeah. Also, least valuable player, kickers.
all around, everyone.
Besides Chris
yeah. 100%.
Besides Chris
yeah,
Boswell.
100%. All those
Besides the
people.
Boz.
Money McPherson, bro.
Oh, and Cade York, the Browns pick. I was calling it
Yeah.
stupid, and then he made a 70-yard.
He drains.
He made a 70-yard.
60. I saw 60. It was good.
It was from 60. It was good for
Yeah,
another 10.
yeah. That shit was wild.
That looked like a PAT.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But I think that's all we had to review.
Yeah. Now move on to next week.
We're gonna pull up a preview of next week.
Preview next week.
Look at some spreads. Look at our games. Obviously Thursday we just talked about it. Chiefs Chargers.
Give me the Chargers. Look at the spread.
I'm gonna have the
real quick.
Chiefs. That one's gonna be crazy. Chiefs are gonna be favored by 4.5 at home.
If you had you think it's gonna be a
Maybe
high scoring
6.
game or like a?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. For sure.
They might be
Opening-
favored by 6.
Here we go. Opening lines for week 2 games. Right now, the Chiefs are favored by 3.5.
3.5.
Take the Chargers.
I said 4.5 at first.
Yeah.
On that spread, I mean, I could definitely see it being a 3-point game.
Yeah. 100%.
So that's where the Chargers become very intrigued.
Justin Reed game-winning field goal for the Chiefs.
Not quite.
They don't.
Butker will be fine. Butker's fine.
Yeah, 100%.
It was just like, we're not going to force it because we have Justin
Yeah,
Reed.
I think it's so cool that he gets the PAT though. He just boots it too. You can tell he just kicks the ball really hard.
Oh, yeah, because he missed a PAT and then kicked the field goal through the uprights.
Yeah.
Or the kickoff through the uprights.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
But what's next?
Jets Browns.
Who cares?
Who cares? The Browns are favored by 6.
Browns will probably cover that. If
They'll
Wilson's
probably
not bad.
cover.
Flacco is not.
Actually, fucking give me the Jets. Give me Flacco.
Flacco's not elite. They're in Cleveland too, dude. It's Cleveland.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, here we go. Commanders at the Lions. 2.5 point favorites for the
This
Lions.
is the game the Lions lose because they're favored.
Fuck that. Give me the Lions.
But-
Own that
Yeah,
you're a
Lions.
decent football team.
Yeah, go
Own
Lions.
it.
Go
Own
Lions.
it.
Go Lions. Go Lions, of course.
Yeah. Bucks at Saints. Bucks are favored by 3 points.
That's it?
Yeah, I'll take the Bucks.
I mean, I'm taking the Bucks too, and I have a feeling
Why does it scare me though?
because they're in New Orleans.
But like 3 points, like my
It's low.
am I undermining the Saints?
I mean, if you're gonna take Saints against the spread, you're just taking Saints on the money line.
Oh, Chris Godwin didn't get hurt.
But I think Bucks got it.
Julio's him, by the way. I forgot.
That was crazy.
Julio's not. He looks fast as
Old
shit.
guys staying tough.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Julio and Vaughn. Zeke not so much, but Julio and Vaughn.
A lot of 2016 players coming alive. Khalil Mack's back.
Yeah. It's great to
It's
see.
very weird. Panthers at Giants.
Once again, just kind of a scummy game. I guess the Giants are 1-0, so
Giants favorite.
we got to
by
keep
2.
an eye on them.
Giants favorite 2.5. Give me the Giants.
I got the Giants too.
Give me another good Daniel Jones performance.
Oh, dude, this is a rough one for you. This is Danny Dimes Baker.
I'm off Baker.
You are?
I still like him as a guy. Like he's
Well, I don't blame you for that.
he's a cool dude, but like I don't know. Like, I think he won't play bad on Sunday or anything.
Respect.
But I don't know. I like and plus Daniel Jones is like playing for like he's in New York media. These guys are very brutal over there. We'll give it to Danny.
I think Saquon's going to run all over him,
Yeah.
too.
Patriots at Steelers. Patriots are favored by 2. I would take the Steelers.
Give me the
Yeah, I feel
Steelers.
like that's pretty. That's
Dude,
pretty
that
comfortable.
offense against the Steelers is going to be rough.
Yeah. Colts at Jags. The Colts are favored by 4.
I like the Jags.
Give me the Colts. I think they just lost. I think
This is like a bold one, right?
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not saying like if I had to put the house on it, I'd
Yeah,
take the
100%.
Jags, but this is a bold one.
I think the Colts got a reality check wake-up call last week. They'll probably win by comfortable amount.
That's true, too.
Yeah. But also the
If
Jags.
they coasted against the Texans, I can see them dropping it.
But also the Jags, they had some miscues on offense, and they played a defense that's really like decent. Derek Forrest, by the way, on the Commanders.
He went off for
He
that
was
one
really
drive. That one
good.
drive he made those
Dude,
back-to-back
he made
plays.
crazy plays. And he got the game-winning pick, too.
Yeah.
You don't pick him off. He's solid.
And he doesn't wear
Yeah.
gloves.
Gritty. You know who else doesn't wear
But he wears an arm sleeve. It's sick. It's like sick because it's like a
You know,
basketball player.
who has no swag? But it is swag because it is no swag. Travarius Ward. No arm accessories, fucking straight hands. Nothing else. And there's like some black suit, like some black weights. Like, dude, this is ugly as shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll take the Colts. And then Dolphins at Ravens. Ravens 3.5.
Ravens cover that.
I'll take the Ravens, man.
In
At
Baltimore?
home, in Baltimore. And Mark Andrews.
Dude, can I get a custom one for a 10-point win?
I'd take that.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, if that said Ravens minus 10, I'd still pick the Ravens.
I'd slam it. I'd slam it.
That's crazy.
Falcons at Rams. Rams are favored by
Rams.
10.5.
They're not covering. Actually, yeah, they are. They're coming back, dude. They're coming.
10.5 is a
10.5 is
wild
tough to
number,
cover.
though.
I got
That's a
cover.
wild
I got them
number.
covered. I would never bet it. But
I'll
they'll
take
cover
it.
that.
I'll take the
They'll
Rams.
cover
It's at home. Whatever their home field advantage is.
I mean, I don't bet anyway.
Yeah, sorry. But it's
Yeah, you got to look at it to like actually put some into these games.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
Exactly. Seahawks at Niners. Niners are favored by 9. I will take that. I
They're
will say
favored by 9,
Yeah, I will say I can see the Seahawks.
The Seahawks will cover.
You think so? Yeah, that's not ridiculous.
but the Niners.
Yeah, I agree. Bengals at Cowboys. The Bengals are
Bengals
favored
win and
8.5.
Cover.
I'd take the Bengals.
8.5?
Eight
They don't cover.
Yeah.
In Dallas, they don't cover.
Cooper Rush Masterclass?
No, but they don't cover in Dallas against that defense. It's still tough.
The offense is about to be bad.
They'll beat them though.
Yeah, okay, you're
They'll
right.
beat
You're
them by
right.
7.
You're right. Texans at Broncos.
No, they will cover, dude. That's only 8.5. They're gonna beat them by 2 possessions.
They'll cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll cover. They'll cover. Texans at Broncos. Broncos are favored by 10.
Texans cover. That might be a crazy upset. I think the Broncos figured it out though, and they're prepared. A lot more prepared in their home.
I think the Texans cover.
I think Texans cover. But I
think
think Broncos win.
I feel like this is one of those teams where they're kind of like the Lions, where it's like they'll cover. Like they got Brandon Cooks, they got Davis Mills, they have a decent line. Like they'll do all right. Cardinals at Raiders. Raiders 5.5 favorites. Give me the Raiders.
It's a game the Raiders lose.
It is a game the Raiders would lose, and they'd be 0-2, and then it'd be just a Raiders thing.
I got the Raiders though.
I'll take the Raiders. 5.5 is a decent number though.
Probably not covering.
Yeah, but I'll think the Cardinals will cover. They
Yeah,
have to
I agree.
Yeah.
With that.
Bears.
See,
at,
otherwise so many of these picks would just be so cut dry.
Yeah. Bears at Packers.
Packers smoke them.
Packers 10.
Smoke them.
Sneaky cover by the Bears. Last second.
Okay,
touchdown.
cover, that's fine. But
Yeah.
Packers
Yeah, Packers win. Packers
handle it.
100%. Titans at Bills. Bills 10-point
Bills
favorites.
smoke 'em.
Bills are gonna beat the shit out of them.
Is that it?
Yeah. No wait. 2 Monday nighters. This is the game of the week for sure. The
Yeah, I like that game.
Vikings at Eagles. The Eagles are favored by 2.
Oh, there's 2 Monday night games.
There's
this
2 Monday
week.
nights, and they're at the same time basically. It's a 40-minute difference, I think. It's kind of weird.
That's silly.
Yeah,
It's a
but
bad job.
Vikings. This is definitely the game of the week. Oh my god, these are my two teams, my 2 division winners.
I like Hurts and I like Jettis.
Yeah, give me.
Give me Philly at home, please. I hope.
This is a hard one.
I got Philly at home. Is it even, or is it like Philly 2.5?
It's Philly 2. Philly by 2.
I got Philly,
I'll
and you might as well take them to cover it.
I'll take the Eagles because I think I take whatever team was at home. So I'll take the Eagles.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
It's a toss up, so that's what you got to do. And we love Hurts.
Hold on. So who's gonna be the best player in this game?
Jettis.
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 Give me Hurts scoring 3 times.
The Vikings defense just messed up Rodgers.
True.
They didn't mess up the run game, so the run game will be fine.
But their O-line's a lot better than the Packers O-line.
That's true too. I still think Jettis though, because
Jettis, yeah.
I don't know. The Eagles secondary is good.
It is, but Jettis.
I love
But the
Big
Packers
Play.
secondary was good.
Yeah, it's Jettis.
Jettis low key is on track to be a top 5 receiver all time.
He is.
He might be. He's
gonna
gonna
start.
He gonna be top 3 in my opinion.
Just reminding me it's the staff. Well, no, the Megatron late in his career because he had Stafford, so it's like him with Kirk.
You know who thought he was gonna be him? This guy.
Jettis?
Yeah, I was a big Jettis guy.
I wasn't specifically. I wasn't against him.
I was
wasn't specific.
Huge Jettis guy. Then our friend Joey was trying to tell me that Jettis wasn't gonna be too good. And now here he is.
The one thing about Jettis that ever could have scared me, I guess, is that he was the 2 to chase.
That's the thing. And then they said he was a slot receiver
But
or whatever.
Turns out he wasn't. So.
Yeah.
So one last game you said?
No, that's it.
Niners game.
We went over that.
Yeah.
There was Seahawks at 9 everybody.
Oh yeah, so that was it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was confused.
We'll check
Thanks
back
for
on
some
we'll
other
check
numbers.
back on these spreads to see who got them right. I'll after this I'll jot them down.
Yeah.
I'll see who's
Yeah,
right.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, who's gonna show out next week?
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I think Trey Lance. There's gonna be a lot of talk. San Francisco media is Bay Area media is crazy. I think
Yeah. So our games of the week are Thursday night and Monday night.
Yeah.
So,
Time.
so those are the
Good
games
games.
we should pick MVPs for because that's what matters.
Yeah, MVP of the Chargers game, I will take Justin Herbert, and for the
Mahomes.
and the X Factor, Joshua Palmer, sneaky X Factor.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen's out. He bumped with the 2.
I feel like the Chiefs X factor is probably like pass rush.
Yeah,
Just not letting
Yeah.
Herbert have too
Yeah,
much
yeah.
time.
yeah, exactly.
Like Chris Jones.
Chris Jones, him.
He's got to do
Top
something.
three.
He hasn't been doing something in a while, though, right?
Yeah,
Hasn't he been kind of meh?
they have Frank Clark back also.
Isaiah Pacheco, watch out for him. Pick him up in your leagues.
Ooh, yeah, Clyde got 2 touchdowns, though, didn't he?
Yeah, but
Still not a big
those
Clyde
could have
fan.
easily been
They could have
given
been.
to Pacheco.
They could have been to me, bro. It's like, yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what you gotta look out for.
Pick me up in fantasy. Fuck it. And then Eagles, Vikings. We already said our MVPs. I said Hurts. He said Jefferson.
Mhm.
The X factor of the game. It's hard to pick one.
It's the Eagles secondary.
I was gonna say Miles Sanders, or just a run game in general. How much can they make it easier for Hurts not to have to drop back?
Just Rodgers going to drop back.
Yeah,
Vikings
Yeah.
secondary is good too.
exactly.
We need a question of the day to leave this off on.
Question of the day. What kind of question are we talking here?
Something bold. A bold take, a bold thought,
So it doesn't have to be a
an
question.
argument.
It doesn't have to be a question.
An argument, a question would spark it. I guess our argument could just be Chiefs Chargers.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's been the most consistent thing throughout this whole recording.
Yeah.
Chiefs Chargers. Let us know who you think's better. I get the Chargers. I think the quarterback is
I think the Chiefs. I think you just Mahomes and Reed.
okay. But hear me out.
I mean, that one play they ran where
one?
the misdirection handoff
Oh.
flick to Elaire. Like,
They just do like
they
weird
just
shit.
keep
They just
making
do
up
weird
new
shit.
stuff, dude.
Yeah, but like
And you're telling me they're not going to start making stuff up from the 50 with more route combos or whatever the hell they're doing.
the Chargers have like damn near the best roster in the NFL. Their quarterback is top 5. That's the difference. Like their quarterback is still like
Hey,
arguably top
adding
5.
Mac was huge. Their defense is very
How about this? Lamar or Herbert
Lamar Herbert?
or Herbert? Yeah, which one?
It depends on your surrounding offense, right?
Who would you rather have if you had to build a team around them? Question of the day.
What about you? You got Herbert?
I love both of them so much.
Dude, I like them both.
I'll take
I like Lamar more, but I'm not letting that get in the way of what I want.
I'll take Herbert 'cause I think it's easier to build a good offense around him. Not to say that Lamar isn't a good developer, as you said earlier.
Then
I think
I'll
Herbert-
say Lamar because he won an MVP, and we've never actually seen him with like good outside receivers.
Sure.
So we always discount his outside game, but whenever
Yeah,
those outside
exactly.
receivers.
Exactly. Yeah. Nah, that's valid.
Yeah.
We'll find out this season, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Find out next week.
I'm sure they'll finish in the
learn
same
more and
team.
more every week.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Hutchinson,
Hutchinson.
2 sacks or more
Oh, give me a player to watch for the Lions. I'll do a player to watch for the Niners. Real quick.
for the Lions
Yeah.
against Washington. I'm not going to say Hutch because that's too obvious. He just needs to improve. There's nobody really to watch on the offense. I think the offense did well.
Mhm.
I need Oruwariye to step up
I like it.
and lock down Samuel.
Yeah.
And if not, or not Samuel, McLaurin.
McLaurin.
And because I was thinking about Okuda's matchup.
Yeah.
And if not, put Okuda on. But
Yeah.
watch the Lions corners.
Yeah. 100%.
Not that the Washington wide receiving core as a whole is that crazy,
Mhm.
but Terry's good.
Dotson was good.
And not even the whole secondary because I think Tracy Walker's great.
Yeah.
He did get ejected last game. But
Yeah. We're not going to talk about that.
I think watch our corners with Amani and Okuda.
I like it.
Because they're both young and hopefully they can be something to
Yeah.
hold on to.
Yeah. For the Niners, a name everyone's known is Talanoa Hufanga. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was great last week. Me and my friends watching the game, my friends were, throw up the T, throw up the T.
11 tackles, 2 TFLs in the pick. And he
He did
did.
a great game.
He made some mistakes. in the
Was that
second
Troy
half.
Polamalu?
Damn near. I mean,
How old is he? He's pretty old.
Who? Hufanga?
Yeah.
Nah. He got drafted last year. He works out with Troy Polamalu. They both went to USC. Swear to God.
I didn't know
They're
that.
both Polynesian.
Well, I knew that. And
Yeah.
I knew they both had the hair.
I think his son.
And I knew he made like a diving pick like Troy does.
Yeah, he's like a psychopath. He just runs around out there.
Bet.
Yeah, no, he's
Let's
cool.
go. He's the guy.
Cool. Yeah,
He's the guy.
yeah.
Pro bowler.
Cool on-field drip also. Big on-field drip guy.
Respect it.
Yeah.
All right, well,
That's it.
that's it for Wednesday Night Football.
Wednesday Night Football.
Wednesday Night Football.
We'll be back on a Wednesday.
Wednesday Night Football.
Wednesday Night Football.
Next Wednesday.
How long did it talk for?
An hour, 3 minutes.
Really?